Hi all. Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Welcome back, you guys, to Volume 2, Video 2 from today. We're going to be covering a lot here. I mean, it's a little bit shocking, so let's just jump in and get there, shall we? Let's go. All right, you guys, here we go. One of the big stories for today. After Megan was told that she was not a great audio talent and their Spotify series went sideways, it looks like she's going to relaunch the Tig, which she shut down in 2017 in the fall. She applied to trademark her blog November of last year. It has been given a it's called a Notice of Allowance document by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, saying that no other company contested it being trademarked. And so all she has to do is provide a statement of use, which proves the blog is up and running, and then the trademark gets fully registered. So it looks like she's going to have it done by October. Either that or she's going to have to pay to extend it again. Now, here's like different ways that the Tig can make money. Number one, they could host things like workshops and retreats. Okay, I don't see that. Number two, they could make merchandise like clothing, accessories, and home decor. Number three, she earns a commission by promoting products or services. So she could put up those Newcom discs and she gets a percentage of whatever sells on her website. Also, she can partner with brands that she likes. So she worked previously with Birchbox, which was a makeup subscription company, to create a beauty box. And she says, you know, she does a box and then, you know, you buy the box and then she gets a percentage. Also, they said she could offer content such as ebooks, courses, or coaching services. So the Tig, way back when, made a lot of money. Well, is anybody surprised that the Tig was also a copycat? Yes. Royal expert Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock found that there was an original Tig. I'm not kidding. It was just like Megan's, except it was started years earlier, since 2007. Engaging and thought-provoking content for a meaningful life, personal development, wellness, social issues. You get the point. She copied somebody else. Well, I agree with Unlikely Bot. We thought we were going to get power players and billionaires and influential, you know, philanthropists, and that ain't at all what we got. Now, I have to agree with this subscriber of mine who said Megan is not inspirational. She's not an influencer. Any woman would much rather be involved giving back as royal than selling items on the internet. And that tells you what she believes a level of success is. Spot on comment. I wanted to touch on this because it was so spot on, saying that Harry's life is the very picture of abuse of privilege and entitlement. He didn't have what it needed to get into the army. He became an officer without the right credentials. He just got a lot of things that he didn't deserve. And he talks about charity as his life. He didn't deserve a lot. He did have a privileged life. I also noticed Laird of the Manor said it perfectly. One prince is aware of his privileged position and remains humble with a heart of service, while the other weaponizes his birth status and whines as his privileges are due while serving no one but himself. Spot on. All right, moving on now. All right, let's move on here. Unbelievable. Most Britons want Harry taken out of the line of succession because they absolutely want no chance of him ever becoming king. Over 52% of people who responded to a poll by the Mail on Sunday said they want him gone. 45% of the people asked said their opinion of Harry has deteriorated in the past year. Gee, you think? But 76% said that Catherine and William were doing a good job. And the poll also raised questions if Harry should be stripped of his constitutional role as Counselor of State, which allows him to stand in for his father. But we know now that he's going to be removed as Counselor of State anyway, because you have to be domiciled in the UK for that. He no longer has a home in the UK. Also, there's enough people in the pool that Harry will never be called for that anyway. So, yeah, there you go. After what he and Meghan did when Prince Philip was dying and what they did to the Queen when she was dying, nobody would ever accept them as king and queen. And as a matter of fact, people would like to see those titles stripped. I'm waiting for Parliament to step up and do that. All right, let's move on to our next story. All right, let's move on now to Oprah. Who'd have thought? So what happened was Oprah went to a shelter where people are going who've lost everything that they own. And she went in and she handed out supplies and she brought cameras in there with her. And there was a no media privacy. There was a no media policy. But the cameras somehow still went inside last Thursday and recorded. Okay. And she was handing out pillows, blankets, and all of this other stuff. And of course, somehow, even though she went, she, how do you say this nicely? I don't know any other way to say this nicely. She turned the attention to herself. People were calling it a publicity stunt, and she was slammed for trying to bring the CBS crew into the Maui evacuation center, where apparently she was hoping to be filmed interacting with the wildfire survivors in the shelter. It was a photo op, okay? She'd already been once. She got pictures. She was let in. The camera crew was in, and she was seen distributing what they call basic necessities, towels, water, personal hygiene products to the evacuees. There were photo ops. She got pictures taken. But then she turned around and tried to go back on Sunday with her own camera crew from CBS, and they were both denied entry initially, because there is a media, blackout thing in place that, so she did end up going in, but the camera crew was asked to stay outside, quote, out of respect for those who come to seek safety and shelter at the emergency shelters. Exactly. Now, the county, not wanting to upset Oprah, put out a statement thanking her for her efforts to uplift the community spirit and give her aloha to victims of the tragic disaster. But no, it didn't go over well. People were reminded of what Meghan Markle did with Uvalde. She took a private jet. She flew 6 hours. She got off. She brought a camera crew. She brought photographers. She walked back and forth in front of the crosses while multiple photos were taken. She tried to go to the school for photos and was sent away because it was a crime scene. Okay, so people were not upset. And a lot of people said, and I'm quoting right from the article, there's a crisis and Maui doesn't need to encourage publicity stunts. And many thanked the county officials for standing up to Oprah and her camera crew. People are saying just because she lives there, it doesn't give her the right to put the cameras on others. And somebody else pointed out something, integrity is how you act when no one is watching. She shouldn't need her helping to be filmed. But the biggest thing that somebody pointed out was the fact that she owns 1,000 acres. She could be putting temporary housing on her property. She has the Thompson Ranch in central Maui and hundreds of acres in Kula, right near the area. One person said it best, and I'm quoting, "Virtue signaling and putting people who are traumatized and have lost everything on news to make yourself look important is gross. I know everyone thinks she's such a saint for bringing a few pillows, but she owns thousands of acres and is a billionaire. She could be setting up temporary housing." Well, there was such a backlash that Oprah then did a video of herself where she vowed to make a major donation to relief efforts and to be here for the long haul. Interesting thing is, she doesn't want to donate money until the smoke and the dust settles. But interesting, Jeff Bezos has already donated $100 million. And he's not waiting for the dust to settle. He realizes people need help now. Now, you should know the first camera crew that she went in with was a BBC camera crew. It was when she went back with the CBS camera crew, she was turned away. So what did she do? She got people to film her on their cell phones and release the footage. So she still got her footage. There's nothing, please, people. Could you imagine the nerve? I would have told her to get out of my face. Like, seriously. Ugh. All right, you guys, you know what I want. Put those comments down and make them good. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell. If you've already hit the button, double check and make sure you are still subscribed. Don't forget to go into the description box to get the links to my Twitter, my Getter, my Rumble, my email, and a physical address. And for those of you who have donated to my coffee fund or through the thanks button, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.